Hi, everyone. It's Mitch from PickDogs.com and SportsChatPlace.com. It is Friday, August 7th, 2020, here with your live show. Of course, we're live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We never take no for an answer. No sports. We were still here every single day. We know we're basically talking to ourselves, but that's fine. We got a fun group anyway. We had a lot of fun with it. But now that sports are back and people are back, we're enjoying it even more. Today, of course, I'm joined by the Puck Dogs, Rod Zawacki and Chris Ruffalo. And on top of that, we have Brian Bittler joining us as a special guest, like he was on here yesterday. I really liked having Brian on because it was like we could open the show with a little just general sports betting conversation. And Steve is a great sports guy, and of course he's going to be back. But I like having Brian on as well because Brian's like a real sports betting guy, and it's like we could talk about like some sports betting strategies and we have a lot of common things. Let me just bring them in, and I'll tell you see exactly what I'm talking about. So like yesterday, Brian, we opened the show by talking about like a little bit of sports betting strategy, and I know that you're like me, you always look for the value in sports betting. Good morning, guys, by the way. Good morning.
Good morning.
You're more like a value guy like I am, where it's like you're going to look at my picks throughout time and I'm never going to win them all. Like, I hit that Pirates pick yesterday, and what were the comments in the Facebook group? Yeah, but he lost the Cubs alternate run line the day before. Screw my plus 178, right? I hit the parlay on the website, my Mitch's daily parlay pick, whatever. It's like one comment on YouTube, it's like you lose. It's like this guy never wins, right? I mean, this is the nature of the beast. But I think, like I said yesterday, this is a marathon. It's not a sprint, and you're never gonna sit. I haven't been to Vegas in a while now, of course, but in general, like when people see me, even here, people recognize me that are on vacation or that at workplaces, and they see me, then they watch our show. They'll be like, "Who's your dog of the day, man? I watch you every day, man." People. It's weird when you go to a betting window in Vegas and people refer to you by your first name, and you don't even know this person, And it's not because I sit here and say minus 160, minus 170, minus 250. It's because I stick my neck out and I swing for the fences every single day. I think sports betting is not, while you want to stay the course, hitting a lot of singles generally isn't going to do it for you because it takes one bad game and you're really in trouble. Brian, I know this hockey season has been kind of doggy, but baseball, we've seen a lot of mismatched series. What are you thinking of this weekend where things are just a lot better, right? They just look a little better as far as value.
I mean, I'm loving this board coming up starting today with these baseball games. The last couple series haven't been good, but I'm seeing tons of value across the board here in Major League Baseball, so I'm looking forward to the weekend.
Okay. Chris, what do you got on store today as far as premium picks? Good morning and welcome to the show. It feels like I see Chris and Rod all the time now that we're doing those hockey videos. We do them at night. So it's like we do the show in the morning, we do them at night, and then back in the morning. It's like we're just going to move in together, I think.
Full house. For today, I have 4 MLB premium games that I really, really like for today and a pair of NBA games. They're my best bets of the week.
How about you, Rod? What are you looking at today? Good to see you. You seem to be in a bright-eyed and bushy-tailed despite the despite the Maple Leafs choke. Would you call that a straight choke or just a choke?
I'm so used to them choking. It's nothing new.
You call it Thursday night.
It's second nature at this point.
Thursday night. I call it Thursday. I call it Thursday night in Canada. What do you got on tap today? I know you have some premium picks.
I got a nice triple in MLB, and I got an early one this morning, guaranteed on the early NHL game. I really love.
All right. So speaking of early games, let's get started. We got a lot of action going on today. And we have kick it off in the NBA. We always do NBA first. A lot of people will come on later on and they'll be like, hey, you're going to do the NBA? You're going to do the NBA? We generally do NBA first because I think of the sports that are going on right now, it's just the most popular, you know? So we kind of just get it going that way. But we go to the first one. It's the Spurs and the Jazz. This line's gone from the Spurs plus 2.5 to -8. That usually means a lot of load management, like Donovan Mitchell type load management, like Rudy Gobert load management, like Utah Jazz load management. Brian, what are you thinking here?
I mean, as I'm looking at the numbers, we're seeing 50-50 almost quantity as far as bets on both teams, but the money is definitely on the Spurs in this one. And I think this line's telling you something. I think they don't want you on the Spurs. I think something's going on with the Jazz. I'm going to stay away from this game, but if I had to take it, I would take the Spurs minus the 8.5.
How about you, Rod? What are you thinking? You got a little echo today, Brian. You got to figure that out.
You can see the thing. Donovan Mitchell's out. Rudy Gobert's out. Mike Conley's out. That's why everybody jumped on the Spurs. So this is definitely a game that I'm not going to bet, but if I had to, I would definitely take the Spurs. Somebody knows something there.
Yeah, I'm on the Spurs as well. I think Joe Ingles is the only regular starter that's in the lineup for today. Yeah, and somebody knows something. Again, I'm with the guys. This isn't a game I'm going to bet, but I would take the Spurs.
Yeah, I need to look closer to this. So and see, because I haven't really had a chance to look at it since the line has moved. But I don't know. Maybe I just don't bet this game. That might be the easiest thing. I thought this was one of the tougher games on the board to begin with because both these teams have been playing so well inside the bubble. I think a lot of teams are going to be upset that they're just giving the Spurs this game. But we got the Thunder and the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies really have kind of not excelled in the bubble environment. They don't have those winnable games to win here. And I think that's been part of the problem here is that the Grizzlies, they've won a lot of the winnable games this year, but you don't see them like beating the Bucks, the Lakers, the Clippers, and the other teams like that. And I think now that they're playing those guys on every single night, they're kind of looking like a team that drafted second. Brian, if you could look forward at us, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I really feel like the Grizzlies can feel the heat coming from behind them. Yeah, I think they can feel the Blazers and the Suns creeping up. So this isn't a game I'm betting either, but I'd probably go with Oklahoma City and lay the points here. I think Memphis is choking.
How about you, Rod? What do you think?
Yeah, I gotta agree with that. OKC is the play on this game. Memphis is just tailspinning, going the other way. Ever since the injury to Jaren Jackson Jr., that's heartbreaking. That's over 20 points.
Yeah. I mean, that's 2 20-point games and a 30-point game since they've been in the bubble. So that's a lot of scoring that they've got to replace. I'm going to take the under. I think we're going to see a lower scoring game. I wouldn't be surprised if this game doesn't break 200 points.
Yeah, I don't. Once again, it's just like I said. I just think the Grizzlies are really struggling here. We go to the game between the Nets and the Kings. The Nets coming off that blockbuster blowout against the Bucks. Obviously going to affect the line and affect the way people are looking at the Nets. But the Nets, not known for stringing them together. You know, there's not a team that strings together wins. So past performance is not always an indication of future results. What are you thinking here, Brian?
Again, and not a game I'm going to bet here, but Sacramento Kings put up 140, I believe, in their last game. Nets really nothing to play for. They're going to be in the playoffs regardless. I think the Kings beat them by 5 points, 6 points. I think they get it done.
Yeah, I agree. Give me Sacramento Kings here, minus the 4.5.
Yeah, I'm on Sacramento as well. I think they're the more complete roster, which is something that we can't necessarily say for the Nets right now. So I'll take Sacramento.
Yeah, I like the over in this one. I think Sacramento might go over 232 themselves. We got the Sixers against the Magic. We got the overperformers in the Magic against the Sixers. Brian, this team's got no heart. I don't know how any other way to say it. It's kind of like I feel bad for the Sixer fans. They sat through the process, and they went through all that, but now they don't have those picks anymore to add something, and it's like they need a tough guy in there. They need like to add like a Dennis Rodman type. Someone who's going to come in there and toughen these guys up, hold them accountable, because I mean, with the talent that they have, it should be better than this. 14 games over 500, that's not going to win a championship. What do you think here with the Sixers and the Magic?
Sixers, super talented team, but I think they're missing that clutch guy that they can throw to that'll hit a three-pointer when they need it. They don't have a clutch shooter on the Sixers, and there's no way I'm laying 5 points with Philadelphia. Even though Orlando really is not playing for much, I'll take the points with the Magic here. I think it's a close game.
How about you,
for
Rod?
me, give me the over in this game. A couple teams that I don't think are going to be any focused on any defenses here. Both these teams have been scoring since the return to play in the bubble. Give me the over 222.
Chris?
Yeah, I'm going to take Orlando here as well. I'm not trying to lay points with the Sixers in their current form.
Yeah, I like Orlando. I just can't take the Sixers. I'm just not really sure what's going on there. But they should be better than this. We got the Wizards up against the Pelicans. The Pelicans minus 7.5 in this one. Man, I don't like public plays. Pelicans minus 7.5. I think the public is a little ahead on these guys and the Mavericks. Brian, what do you think here with the Pelicans and the Wizards?
Man, I think that New Orleans Pelicans line is pretty high at 7.5, but I think the Wizards are packed it in. I think they're ready to hit the golf course. Wouldn't be surprised if Pelicans blew them out by 20 today.
Rod?
Yeah, a couple teams that don't play defense. I'm gonna side with the over here. Give me the over. I think we're gonna see some points.
Chris?
Yeah, I'm going to take New Orleans in the over here.
All right, I like the Wizards, and I'm going to probably put a little something on the money line, too, since I'm not betting that Jazz-Spurs game. I'll have a little extra bankroll to work with. Put a little something on the Wizards on the money line. I just think the Pelicans are so overrated. This is a team that's going to be really good, right? They have Ingram. They got Zion. They got picks on the way. They got more picks on the way. But these guys aren't the Lakers or the Clippers or the Raptors or the Celtics. They're not even, they're about the Phoenix Suns right now, in my book. They're pretty close. Zion, you got Ayton, right? 2 number 1 overalls. You got, Ingram, you got Brooks. It's, they're no better than the Phoenix Suns. I think the Suns might be a little better. I
think the Suns are better.
Yeah, it's like I don't know why people I like the Pelicans, and this is a team that's going to be contending for championships, and barring injury, barring anything like this. Give them a year or two. This team's going to contend for championships. You got a physical guy in the middle like Zion, you're going to contend. It's just like he's like a Shaq that can jump 50 feet in the air or something. But I just think that the issue here is that this team is the bettors, the betting public, and the odds makers, and I don't know, ESPN probably. And we love ESPN. They're our friends, we're partners, right? We do stuff with ESPN, but I think that sometimes they hype certain players and certain teams to the point where they become this overrated, and the public sees them this way. And you see a 7.5 point line against a Wizards team that, in all honesty, they only lost by 9.5 last time out. They were getting 11. They might, that's all you got to do, I'll take a 9.5 point loss, getting 11 all day, every day. I'm not laying 11, right? That's not going to happen in a professional basketball game. We got the Raptors up against the Celtics. Raptors, this is the game of the night. Clearly, the game of the day, game of the night. Raptors minus 2.5 here. The Celtics plus 2.5. 45-23 for Boston. The Raptors 49-18. 62% on the Raptors, yet the line has dropped a half a point. Brian, inverse line movement here.
This is my NBA game of the month. I have a premium selection on the game, but as far as the total goes, normally when these two good teams like this will get together, I'd lean towards the under, but in this one, I'm going to lean towards the over. I think a game has a chance to go to overtime, and I like it to go over the total of 220.5, regardless.
I love this comment because I get comments like this all the time. It's like, you can't possibly think. I mean, look at our YouTube channel. It's littered with comments like this where they hit, you know. So it's like, I mean, people said it about the Pirates yesterday. You know, same thing. I mean, everyone's laying the run line with the Twins. Run line, my ass. Run line, my ass. Anyways, Rod?
For me in this one, give me the Raptors. They look real good and been dominant all year. Give me the Raptors here in this game, and I'm gonna take in the under. Give me the under 220.5. Raptors are gonna play D all day, every day.
Chris?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the under as well. I see this being a war, and I can see this being a game that hits around 210.
First to 100 wins.
Okay. Well, that wraps up that section. We go to our MLB games for today. And if I'm kind of all over the place, I'm doing customer service. People decide the best time to email me is during our show. But, you know, it's what I signed up for. So no problem at all. But let's get to today's games. Let's see if I can get them up on the board. My favorite odds site. Of course, we have an odds feed, but ours is really a work in progress. My favorite odds site was one that rhymed with Haggis Midnighter, and they decided that they would fix their odds. And it's like, now it's unusable crap, so I'm just having to find new places to do that. Let's take something that was really good and turn it into straight crap.
And butcher it.
Yeah, it's like,
so
what
bad
do they
it's
do
unusable
that?
now.
I mean, well, this is what happens. What you're seeing in our space is a lot of European companies moving into and buying up U.S. sites, and they have only one focus, and that's not to deliver a product that people want to use. It's only to get people to sign up for sports books. So, where they get a commission. So the thing is that, you know, and it's one thing, and that's great. If that's their business model and that's how they pay their bills, and people are going to sign up for sports books anyways, well, then that's fine. We sign people up for sports books too. We on our odds page, we offer that too, with all kinds of offers and things like that. But at the same time, we're also busting our ass to give you guys so much free information and content, and that's always going to be our primary focus. Always. It's not going to change, and I promised that from day one. This show will never be an infomercial for a premium area or anything like that. It's going to be what it is, and, you know, we'll say, you know, you should check out our premium picks, because if you want to know what I'm really betting today, those games I'm definitely betting. I might throw in a couple other bets too, because that's what I do, right? That's what we do. But, you know, those are the ones that I really like. But, yeah, I don't know why these guys, they just hack their odds page, man. It's just like, why would you do that? It was like you had the best one. It's like, let's fix it. Got the Nationals up against Tommy Malone and the Orioles. Brian, the Nationals, I haven't seen anything from them. I haven't seen anything from them that leads me to believe that they're going to score a lot of runs. So minus 177 here against the Orioles. Orioles struggled against the Marlins, but what do you think of this one?
That was exactly my thinking when I looked at this game. The Orioles are coming off a 4-game series, I think, with the Marlins, where they scored a total of 8 runs, and 7 of those came last night. So Orioles aren't scoring runs. The Nationals have trouble putting up runs. We got 2 pitchers on the mound that can really use a good game. I'll take the under 9 here as my play.
How about you, Rod?
Yeah, for me, I'm gonna take a shot with Baltimore. Give me the Orioles here to beat the Nationals.
Chris, how about you?
Yeah, I'm not a Tommy Malone guy, but I think I can get on Baltimore here. I'll take a shot with the Orioles as well.
Yeah, all day. We got the Rays against the Yankees. Blake Snell on the mound. He has been on load management since returning to the starting rotation. He's been going about 50 pitches. I'm expecting that they're going to stretch him out a little bit if he's effective today. Up against Tanaka, who was hit in the head by his own teammate in spring training. I don't know. We've seen the Yankees at minus 170, minus 250 all season long, and now all of a sudden here they are at minus 104. I think it looks to me like maybe the sports books are begging you to take the Yankees here. Brian?
Oh, man, I'm foaming at the mouth here to bet the Tampa Bay Rays. I really feel like they're really trying to sucker you into play on the Yankees.
Oh, absolutely.
Yankees are 4 games in the last 3 days. The Rays had off yesterday. Blake Snell, I think load management is going to come off of him. I think he goes 6 innings. I think the Rays have a really good pen, a good solid team. This means a lot to them. They had this game circled probably for a while. Take the Rays all day.
How about you, Rod?
Yeah, I'm on the Rays. Give me the Rays here. Snell didn't look too bad his last start, so give me the Rays.
Chris?
Yeah, I'm on the Rays as well. I would almost consider going run line here, but I'll take the Rays on the money line.
The Rays have been a lot better at home than they have been on the road, too. That's for sure. Vince Velasquez on the mound here against Kyle Wright in Philly. The Phillies. This is what we've seen from the Phillies. And it's like big nights, big wins, lots of runs, but they score them all in one game. And then, famine on other nights. And Vince Velasquez, it's either like it looks like he's going to pitch a perfect game or it is home run derby night. Bring a glove to the ballpark. Brian, your Phillies. What are you thinking about this one?
Well, I had a big bet on the Phillies last night. I'm sitting there in the 9th inning. I'm sweat's pouring off my head as I'm trying to get that last out. But the Phillies, Vince Velasquez, if he gets through 5 innings, that's a good start for him. And that's if he's doing well. Phillies bullpen is absolutely trash. I think the Braves win here. I'm going to take this. It looks like a square play, but I'm going with Atlanta Braves here. I think they beat up the Phillies.
How about you, Rod? What are you thinking?
I'm taking the Braves here as well, and I'm also going to take the over. The Braves could get over that number themselves.
How about you, Chris?
Yeah, I'm on the Braves and the over as well. I can easily see this one hitting double digits.
All right. We go to the next game. It is the Tigers up against the Pirates. The Tigers had some time off. They've actually been better than people, I'd say that the bulk of the people expected them to be. What do you think of this one, Brian? Boyd against Cool.
Matthew Boyd is a pitcher that seems to always jump up and get me. I'm not going to fall for it in this game. I think the Pirates are playing tougher baseball here. They probably see this as an opportunity to win some games here. I'm gonna lean towards the Pirates at home.
How about you, Rod?
I'm going to take Detroit here. I think Detroit comes in and gets a win. Give me Detroit.
How about you, Chris?
Yeah, I'll take the over here. I'm not going to overthink it.
What was I looking at? The thing, I was trying to see if I could find statistics, what I'm looking at, because you guys can see, obviously, I'm looking at stuff. And what I'm looking at is I'm trying to find the record of the teams coming off of a COVID stoppage. Because we've had a few teams now that have come off the COVID stoppage, and I believe they're unbeaten. So, is it a trend or is it just a weird thing? Who the hell knows? So I don't know what's up with this Marlins Mets game. Still no line. I don't know if it's canceled or what's going on with it, but it's Alcantara and Waka. We could always give a side regardless of point spread. Tough without value. Let me check what ESPN has to say about it, because normally they have access to everything. And if anyone sees a line on it, by all means, let us know. But it is the Marlins and the Mets. And it is Alcantara and Waka. And I always say this whenever Alcantara pitches. Alcantara is the Marlins' best player. Brian?
Yeah, I just think the Marlins are playing with more heart right now. I mean, they got lucky and got to play the Orioles, kind of boosted up their record. But the Mets, Michael Wacha, that doesn't inspire me to run to the window. I'm going to lean towards the Marlins in this one.
How about you, Rod?
Yeah, that's what I would lean to. I would take the Marlins here.
Chris?
Yeah, I love me some Sandy Alcantara, so I'll take the Marlins here.
Yeah, I just think Alcantara is like one of the more underrated guys. This guy's money. Why not, right? I don't know what the price is going to be, but boy, I'm going to guess we're going to get plus odds on the Marlins again here at Citi Field.
I'm also saying that it might be Daniel Castano starting for Miami as well. So
maybe that
could be the reason why the line.
Yeah. We got Smeltzer and Junis going on at Kansas City. The Royals exploding on Tyler Chatwood last night, taking their hacks, taking their cuts, taking him deep. It was the Tyler Chatwood show last night. That was the Chatwood we know and love. You know, that was the bring a glove to the ballpark Chatwood. That was let's see if we can get the line on Chatwood last night. So I don't have the box score from that. Let's see if we can get the box score from what was Chatwood's line from last night, because it was.
I think it was minus 160.
No. I mean his the dirty statistics there.
I think it was like 8 runs over 3 1/3 or something like that.
It was filthy. It was the Tyler shit. But how many long balls did he give up? Because the ball was really jumping off the bats there for the Royals. So let's see if we can get a box score here. So for Chatwood, it was 2.1 innings, 11 hits, 8 earned, 4 strikeouts. Oof. Underwood, 2.1 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, 1 strikeout, 51 pitches. Wow.
And two home runs allowed.
Yeah. And they're moon blasts, like no doubters. I love when Chatwood gives up home runs, because it's like the ones where the outfielder goes, they don't even like pretend like to try and run to the fence and jump or whatever. They just go.
Those are like Vince Velasquez home runs that he gives up also.
You know who used to give up home runs like that was Bruce Hurst at Fenway Park. He used to give up home runs like that all the time. But let's get to our next one here. It's got Minnesota, Kansas City. Brian?
I had the Royals yesterday, a nice plus money dog winner. I think I'm going to back them again today. Twins coming off of a loss to the Pirates. I think a little bit of malaise for the Minnesota Twins. I think the Royals might catch them a little bit. I'll take the plus. I think it's around plus 140 Royals.
How about you, Rod?
I'm taking Minnesota. Minnesota bounces back here. Give me the Twins on the run line.
How about you, Chris?
I'm going to take a shot with Kansas City as well. I mean, Jacob Junis, he battles the Twins. I think 7 career starts. He's only 0-1, so he's been battling in these games. So I'll take a shot with Kansas City.
I think this is going to be. I think you guys are right. I think the Twins are looking a little road weary yesterday in Pittsburgh. When teams implode in the 9th inning like that, late in games, normally it's road weariness starting to kick in. Dylan Cease against Savale in Chicago. The White Sox losing last night to the Brewers. The White Sox, you could tell that they're a young, exciting team, because in the 9th inning, down by whatever they were down by, they were still swinging away, trying to put together rallies, and they actually did put a couple runs on the board late, but it wasn't nearly enough. But at least they had something going. Dylan Cease looked a lot better last time out than he did in his first outing. Savale, he baffled the White Sox when they played the first time, but did not look so good in his next start. Brian, what are you thinking about this one, Indians-White Sox?
think the White Sox are going to be a super streaky team this year, and you just got to catch them on a win streak. I think they get it back together today. I really like the White Sox value at home, laying about -110. I think Dylan Cease has a good outing. Indians coming off of a buck kick, and they handed out yesterday. I like the White Sox.
Rod?
I'm going to take the Indians. Give me the Indians to keep rolling. They're looking good playing and making a nice run here. Making a run to catch Minnesota for first in the division. Give me the Indians here.
Chris?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the under 8.5. I could see this being a 1-run game, 3-2 or 4-3, but I think it's a lower scoring game.
Yeah, I think this is probably going to be a little bit of a lower scoring game. I'm with you on that one, Chris, even though it's in a hitter's ballpark. Lauer and Bauer in Milwaukee. Bauer says he wants to pitch every single game. Lauer, this guy's been hit before. But the Brewers, home value all day. You know, this is like one of the better value teams in baseball, and I love value. +105 on the Brewers at home. Brian?
I got a premium pick on the side here in this game, but if I had to go with the total, I think both Trevor Bauer and Eric Lauer both have good starts, so I see it going under the 8.5 total.
How about you, Rod?
But for me, I can't bet the Reds. No way. They've done nothing but lose you money all year. Give me the Brewers here.
How about you, Chris?
Yeah, I'm with Brian. I'm going to take the under as well. I think Bauer pitches well, and Lauer only has a 2 ERA in his career against the Reds, and that was when he was with the Padres, and when the Padres weren't that good. So I'll take the under here.
I can't find a description that lets you buy the premium. You go to our website, pickdogs.com or sportschatplace.com. You go to the main menu and you click on premium picks. So the website is in the description of the video. You click on that link that's there. You go to the main menu. If you're on the phone, there's like little lines like this that you click and there's a menu drops down. If you're on desktop computer, you just click on the little thing that says premium picks. You go there and you'll see my smiling face and these guys. These other guys. Pretty easy. What do we got here?
I took the Brewers.
How about you, Chris?
And I took the under.
All right. Let's see. We got the Cubs and the Cardinals. Cardinals coming off the COVID break. John Lester, a big favorite here. Well, not a big favorite, but he's a favorite on the road. Ponce de Leon on the mound. It was originally Flaherty scheduled here, but now it's Ponce de Leon, who we've seen almost throw the no-hitter, right? He's one of those Cardinal pitchers. What do you think here? The Cubs coming off of that beatdown loss in Kansas City, now staying on the road, just moving down the highway to St. Louis. What do you think, Brian?
I think the struggles continue for the Cubs. I got to let you know, Cardinals team coming off that COVID, I think they're going to follow that trend of playing well after a COVID stoppage. I think Ponce de Leon, John Lester is going to return to his former form. Right now he's at a 0.82 ERA. He's playing way under his baseball card. Give me the Cardinals at home.
Yeah,
Right.
I agree. Give me the Cardinals at home. That's a great value on the Cardinals at home. In this Chicago Cubs bullpen, I don't trust with anything. So no thanks. Give me the Cardinals here.
How about you, Chris?
Yeah, I'm on the Cardinals as well. Lester had a 7.36 ERA against St. Louis last year, and I think he falls back to earth here.
Yeah, I like the Cardinals. We got Texas up against the Angels. The Angels can't win a game, but still managed to be -160 on the road here. I don't know. Am I missing something? I mean, I know the Rangers can't score runs, and I know it's tough to score runs in that park, but the Angels, they stink. Brian?
Angels really underachieving this year, and it's not a game I'm going to bet at all. But if somebody held a gun to my head, I would take the Angels and lay the run and a half. I'm not going to lay 160 with them.
How would you feel if you're an Angels fan and you got the two highest priced hitters in baseball, right? And well, three, right? Three of the highest priced hitters in all of baseball. Your ticket prices are probably through the roof at this point with that. and you know you have the highest priced manager in baseball, and this is the product that's on the field. Meanwhile, the other guys across town are you know ass slapping and high fiving every night. I don't know. Speaking of ass slapping and high fiving, who do you like in this one, Rod?
Give me the over. I think we're going to see some runs in this game.
Chris, I'm not going there with you. Who do you like in this one?
I like the under here. I don't see many runs being scored.
I'm with you, but maybe a little something on Texas, just on spite alone. We go with the Padres and the Diamondbacks. The Diamondbacks came back on the Astros twice, man, in the last 2 days. Meanwhile, Zach Davies on the mound for the Padres pitched pretty well. Luke Weaver, who the Diamondbacks kind of expected to be one of their better pitchers, has really been worse than Velasquez. Batting practice, just straight batting practice this season. Absolutely murdered and crushed every time out. He can't find the plate, and when he does, the hitters find the ball pretty easily. You think he's tipping his pitches, Brian?
I don't know if he's tipping his pitches, but he better start picking it up soon. And I have a feeling Arizona's going to do that, have another big win again tonight, because they came back yesterday over the Astros, got it done in the ninth. They had a big hitting game the game before that. I think the hitting takes place again in San Diego, and I think they get Zach Davies and get Arizona the win here.
How about you, Rod? What are you thinking?
For me in this game, I'm thinking San Diego. San Diego can really this Weaver guy's in deep trouble. He's pitched twice. He's 0-2. He's got a 14.73 ERA. He's in trouble.
Yeah, I mean high ERAs on low amount of starts is something that happens. It's like high batting averages and low batting averages on on few at bats. I mean, a guy, if you don't get a hit in your first game, as a Major League Baseball player, the first game of the season, you have a 0 batting average, and it's about, and they have more at bats than Weaver's had pitching performances this year. But, when you give up Paul Goldschmidt for a guy, you expect him to be pretty good. And it was Chris, what are you thinking here? I mean, America's first baseman.
Yeah, I'm going to take the over here. I think you see double digits on the board at the end of the game, and this isn't a pitching matchup I'm overly fond of for a lower scoring game, so I'll take the over.
I mean, how could you trade Goldschmidt? It's like when I lived in Chicago, it was like I heard a rumor that the Yankees were interested in Paul Conner. Like a friend of mine who's a Yankees fan says to me, or a guy who was applying to write on the site. I always talk to the guys first, and it's got friend, so he's a recommendation, so I have to, answer him. And he's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. I was still living in Chicago. He's like, yeah, the Yankees are interested. The Yankees really want Konerko. It's like, it's never going to happen. It's like, what are you talking about? It's like, let's see, 3-2 count, 2 outs, bases loaded in the World Series, down by 3, and the guy hits the grand slam. I don't think he's gettable, It's like, it's kind of like, and he makes, he made like, 10 million compared to the other guys who are making like 20. It doesn't even make sense to me. Anyways. Go Zach Greinke dog today in Oakland against Bassett. The Astros have fallen hard and fast. Is it time to write them off, Brian, with Verlander out of the rotation and everyone having to move up a notch. But aside from that, the bullpen has gone to straight crap on the road.
The Astros were my pick to win the World Series this year, and I'm starting to regret it. In this game, I like Oakland A's almost as much as I like the Tampa Bay Rays. I think this is a big statement game for Oakland. I think that this is a game they've had circled. They want to get to Houston. I like Bassett on the mound. I'm not sold that Greinke's in his old former form, Cy Young form. I'll take Oakland A's. I'll lay the juice.
Mike Reynolds agrees with me that our friends at VI just screwed their site up, man. It's like they lost focus of their business. That's what happened. I lose focus sometimes, but it's like we always reel it back in because you guys hold me accountable every day and say, "Hey," every day I have to sit here. And some days it's easier. Some days it's easier to laugh at the emails and comments than others. Anyways, Rod, what do you got here? Zach Greinke is a dog. How often do you see this?
Not very often. So
Well,
give me Houston.
Here's some
money
props
line
for
here.
Brian here. You want Brian instead of Steve? I don't know. Maybe a little rivalry here. Maybe we have them square off in the octagon for a spot on our show. Where are we at, Rod?
I'm taking Houston here. Give me Houston on the money line to beat Oakland.
How about Chris?
Yeah, I know it's not often you get Greinke with plus money, but I think it's that way for a reason. I'll take Oakland.
Really tough. I know that. Who is this guy? Anyways, someone's got to go. Someone's got to go. Anyways, we've got the Rockies against the Mariners. Once again, now we have the Rockies at plus money in Seattle, a team that's been a dog every single game against the team that's in first place in the National League West. I don't know. Somebody know something? Something look funny? Does anything look funny about this to anybody? I don't know. Brian, does something look off on this? Kikuchi and Senzatella. I don't know. It's like, you tell me. Minus 120 on the Mariners at home against first place Rockies. The Mariners sub 500.
I wish I could go into detail, but that's a premium pick for me on the side, so I can't. But as far as the total goes, I think it goes over the 8.5 number here with the Seattle and Colorado.
Yeah, this looks, this definitely something looks a little weird. Anyways, Rod, what are you thinking?
Something looks way fishy on that right there to me. I'm gonna take the first 5 over 4.5 runs.
This guy's on the other side.
I'm going to take the over 8.5 for the full game. I like the over here.
Yeah, I just think, when something looks funny, usually it is. Usually there's where there's smoke, there's fire, and I'm gonna guess that there's some fire going on here. I'm gonna take the Mariners. Somebody knows something. I'm gonna go with somebody. We've got the Giants and the Dodgers. Urias up against Jeff Samardzija. Brian, what are you thinking here?
When we came back from the COVID break, at least the Philadelphia Phillies did, they started at like a plus 240 dog to the Yankees. I went with the Phillies strictly on value. I'm going to go with the Giants here strictly on value. It's a lot of plus money here. Giants have been playing all right baseball. So small bet here in the Giants.
How about you, Rod?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Giants as well. Give me the Giants plus 1.5. You get nice plus money on that still too. So
Brian, how many premiums do you have today?
I got 3 premium plays, 2 baseball, and my NBA game of the month.
All right, just a viewer question. How about you, Rod?
I'm taking the Dodgers or the Giants plus 1.5.
Oh, we did
That's
skip.
plus money.
We did skip. We'll go back to the Red Sox Yard Goats game. And Chris?
Yeah, I'm going to take the Giants on the money line. They've already salvaged a split with the Dodgers earlier this season, so I think they can do it again. I'll take the Giants plus 220.
Yeah, I gave out. This was my dog of the day, and this is so my 2-team parlay yesterday's is still up. All right, thanks for letting me know. I'll put that up. I have it's on our YouTube channel, our parlay, but I will put it up if it's not on the website. Thank you for letting me know, though. I'll do that as we go through. But I gave out the Giants as my dog of the day, and I kind of really gave a solid description there, I thought, as to why the Giants were my dog of the day. And I just think that we're going to get the Giants at plus 200 or better in every game this weekend of this series. So you only have to win one. You only have to win one. If you go 1-2 and you're getting plus 220 odds and you win one, you're plus 0.2 units. If you take the Dodgers at minus 250 in a 3-game series, they lose 1 game. They got to win 2 more games. You're still half a unit in the hole. You cannot make money that way. You
I like the
cannot
guys that
make
stick
money.
the Dodgers in they stick the Dodgers in a parlay at minus 250. I mean, it really doesn't help your parlay, and it's not worth the risk with the Dodgers.
I mean, how hammered do you think the Bucks, like the people got, or how much money do you think the books made the other day when people just threw the Milwaukee Bucks money line in their parlay, like as a gimme against the Nets? It was like, it probably blew up like half. I see a lot of people throwing these parlays out there that are like that. So, we see them in the Facebook group all the time. So, it just doesn't even make sense to me because the reward isn't there, for what you get for it. But, yeah, you always see it. But we're going to head to the NHL. Once again, let's kind of go around the horn. I'm going to put up the parlay video while you guys are doing this. So, Chris, if you could just tell everyone how many picks you have today and like what sports, kind of stuff like that for the premium, because we're not saying like during the games, well, I got a premium play on this one. Brian did it. We do a little bit. We try not to make the show an infomercial because it's not. But at the same time, we want to let you know that most of the people watch this show trying to help their own betting and, to see if it's in line with their own picks. And, they just want to know our opinion. And generally, I give a pick on every single game every single day. As a matter of fact, I do it a few times, right? I do it a few times because sometimes my opinion even changes on a game. But the games that I like the best, the ones, Mitch, what are you betting today? What picks do you love? Which ones do you love? Those are my premium picks. Those are the ones that I put in the premium area. Those are my best bets. And certainly, they're not for everyone. Not everybody has to buy picks. I still love you if you don't buy picks. Trust me, I love y'all. It has nothing to do with if you buy picks or not. But if you want my best bets, that's where you get them. I got 4 baseball today in an NBA. Brian, what do you got over there?
Remember, I have two Major League Baseball.
No, I don't. No, I don't remember. That's why I'm asking. I'm doing 2. I'm doing 3 things
NBA
at once.
Game of the month.
I'm doing 3 things at once. I'm a hot mess, man. I've got about 2 hours.
Don't forget, we got Blue Jays and Red Sox yet.
Oh yeah, we do have Blue Jays and Red Sox. It's just such a big event that we're going to. We're just kind of holding. It's kind of like when they go to the commercial, like right at the cliffhanger. It's just so big. Rod, how about you?
Well, for me, I got 3 MLB and 1 hockey in the premium area today. I really love.
Just 1 hockey.
Got 1 early morning hockey for now. I wanted to see some of these lines the way they were going. So I'll probably throw in a couple hockey later on the late games.
So the parlay, I'm showing on Pick Dogs that it is the same. That is the new one. Did I not put up the new parlay? I'm lost. Pretty sure it's the new one. Someone can confirm that. Someone could just confirm that for me. Anyways, we got the Blue Jays and the Red Sox at Fenway Park. Late line on this thing. Tanner Roark gets the ball for the Blue Jays. The Odd Goats up against who's that for Boston again? Who's serving for Boston? It is Ryan Weber. Oh, love this guy. Brian, what do you got?
I mean, to me, this line looks like a trap to take the Blue Jays, but I'm going to fall into it. Usually I doubt Tanner Roark, but the guy's a confident pitcher. He puts up solid numbers, and Ryan Weber, I mean, the guy's 0-2 with 11.57 ERA, so I'll take the Blue Jays here.
Yeah, all over the yard goats today. Give me the Blue Jays today.
Chris?
Yep. As am I. I'm on the Blue Jays as well.
I like the Blue Jays and the over. Going to parlay those two together. Ryan Weber, 3.2 innings, 6 hits, 6 runs, 6 earned, 3 walks, 2 dingers. And it followed it up with 3.1 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, 4 walks, and 2 dingers. You give up walks and dingers, man. It's very, very hard to win baseball.
He's got
games.
more dingers than strikeouts.
Yeah, he has more dingers than strikeouts. He hasn't struck out a batter all season, but he's got 4 home runs that he's given up. I mean, this is the team that paid they paid all that money for David Price, and then they don't have Price, and now he's sitting out Price on for somebody else, and Chris Sale, and the highest payroll in baseball. Let's trade away one of the best players in baseball. Let's just let him walk. I don't even understand what's going on in Boston. I guess at a certain point you have to pay the piper. Maybe they're paying the piper. Speaking about paying the piper, let's go to the NHL. The Panthers up against the Islanders starting in right now. Who do you like, Chris? Quick.
Islanders.
Rod?
The under.
I like the Panthers.
My selection on the side is my NHL premium play.
All right, there you have. Go to the Coyotes and the Predators. This one starts at 2:30, so we can all breathe on this one. Chris, who do you like?
I like the over. I think we saw the offenses start to open up a bit yesterday, and I'm also going to take Arizona to close out the series.
Yeah, I'm taking Arizona to close out Nashville.
So it's yesterday's parlay is up with today's dates. That's what you're saying. All right, I'll fix that after the show. No problem. I had a problem with my camera. That's really what happened there. But I did do a parlay video. Hopefully I'm able to get it.
I think Nashville Predators extend this series, but that's just my 2 cents here on this hockey game. I like the Preds.
Montreal up against Penguins. Montreal plus 150. Chris, anything changed since last night?
No, I'm still on Montreal here. I think they close out the Penguins.
How about you, Rod?
Yeah, no, nothing's changed there for me. Pittsburgh still doesn't play 60 minutes. Bunch of overrated bums. I still think I think Crosby's got an injury, and they're not saying that he's injured because he definitely does not look like Crosby.
So when you say overrated bums, like what kind of bum would this be? Straight bum? Just
pushing a can and pushing a cart with putting in cans in there.
Can we use
bum?
Can we use the effing bum here? Would that be?
Yeah, for sure. We could definitely use that one.
All right. We don't use that word except when we use it. Anyways, Brian, you got any opinion here? I like the dog.
I think the Canadians send them the Penguins packing. Canadians have more heart. It's clearer on the ice how they're playing.
How about the Blackhawks and the Oilers, Chris? The Hawks have shown up for this series.
They have, and I think this is the other 5 seed that goes home. I'll take Chicago.
Rod, do your Oilers have it, or is it all over?
No, the Oilers are coming back, and this series is going 5. If anybody's seen McDavid on the bench at the end of that game, nothing like an angry McDavid. He's going to come out firing angry McDavid. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a hat trick today. He's going to be the best guy on the ice by far. He's going to have his team pumped up. Take the Oilers on the puck line. They win by 2 easily. I see this as like a 6-3 game again. Give me the Oilers.
How about you, Brian?
I think the Blackhawks win at 5-3, get an empty net goal at the end, so I wouldn't be afraid to play the -1.5 with the Blackhawks. I think they sent Edmonton packing.
Toronto back on the ice after that debacle last night against Columbus. Thursday night in Canada, as Chris described it. I described it for him. But anyways, it was just another Thursday night for the Maple Leafs fans. And wow, they were up 3-0 in this game.
That's what happens when you call a timeout and let Columbus's best player rest up and hop back on the ice to complete his hat trick. So, but I think Toronto does bounce back here. As bad as that was last night, I can't see them going out like that. I'll take Toronto and force a game 5.
I love the way that our guys always They always like add the soap opera element to it, you know. Rod, you want to walk us through the timeout last night? The thought process. Rod's always good at the thought process, you know, like exactly what was going through his skull when they decided to throw the momentum the other way.
Well, the reason that you take a timeout is to slow things down, get things even. But that was a bad timeout. It was like you gave, just like Chris says, you gave the other team enough time to rest, their players to rest. There's a bad spot for a timeout. There's good times to take a timeout, and bad times. That was the worst time to take a timeout.
So the parlay is not on YouTube, or it is on YouTube? Could somebody clarify this for me? Because I can't see it. I can't listen to it during the show. I guess we can because I don't know. I want to fix it if it's not right. I have the other one. I did not delete the videos from my camera. So let's see exactly what this freaking parlay is, right? Let's see what's going on. We'll go to my YouTube channel. And we'll say... find out what it is.
Yeah.
The
date's wrong. It's the videos.
Team parlay 4. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day. The under in the Angels Mariners game parlayed with the Marlins, and that's going to be the Marlins as the second half of the.
All right. Well, we hit that, so maybe let's hit it again. Hey, I get to bet the games after they're over, man. All right, I'll fix it. I have the camera. I'll make sure I fix it. Let's just wrap this up. You think the Leafs bounce back here? No chance? Or do you think they're just done?
I think Toronto bounces back. I think they're the better team. They get the win here tonight, and they're going to win it in Game 5.
Kind of reminds me of that Padres catcher, Finito Santiago here. I think the Leafs are finito. Anyways, we've got and they're going to fire their coach after the game. We got the Wild against the Canucks. Canucks plus 100. The Wild minus 115. What are you thinking here, Rod?
For me in this one, I'm gonna take the under. I see a nice, close, tight, checking game again. Low scoring. Give me the under.
How about you, Chris?
Yeah, I think Minnesota bounces back here. We haven't seen Vancouver in these series closeout games, and I don't know if they're going to be fully prepared for it yet. I think the veteran experienced Minnesota comes in here, so I'll take Minnesota.
Brian?
I agree with Chris. I'm taking Minnesota Wild here. I like them. I like them a lot tonight. It's probably my second favorite play amongst all the hockey games. Wild.
All right. I have no opinion whatsoever, but thanks everyone for joining us. Another pretty good show. I got to admit, and you guys can probably see it in my face, I am a little run down these days. So when you send emails to me with issues or whatever, I get back as soon as I can. If I don't answer your email, it just means I'm sleeping. You know, that's all that really means. But I'm trying my best. We will deal with it. These are all the good problems to have, you know, just lots of people enjoying our premium area. And, you know, so like I said, lot worse problems we could have. But let's get to our wrap-up section. Chris, got a bird cage or anything for anybody out here? Because you hit your bird cage yesterday.
I try to make it 2 in a row today. I like the Tampa Bay Rays on the money line, over 6.5 in the Edmonton Oilers Chicago Blackhawks game, and the Sacramento Kings minus 4.5.
Rod?
For me, I'm going to go all MLB today. I'm going to go Rays, Jays, and the Cards. Parlay that up. Got a nice parlay there.
Brian, you got anything? Parlay for everyone?
There's no such thing as 100% guarantee, but man, if I had 200, I love this 3-game parlay. Rays, A's, Mariners all day long. Parlay those 3, they're going to cash.
All right, for me, I'm going to go with the Magic on the money line, the Wizards on the money line, with the oh God, what was my other team? I was all excited. Magic on the money line, Wizards on the money line, and I guess I'll just do a throw-in now at this point. Not with the Mariners as well.
Was it the Giants?
Oh yeah, let's do it. Let's throw the Giants in there. Why not? Yeah, make it a 4-team parlay. We already said Mariners, so people are going to hold me to it. We'll throw the Giants in. So it's an NBA, Major League Baseball cross parlay. All right, thanks everyone for joining us. We appreciate all of you. Nothing worse than having a show with 0 visitors or less than 10, and we've never had to experience that. So we appreciate all of you. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. Check out our website. Check out our Premium Picks tab. Brian, thanks for filling in. I'm sure we'll be seeing plenty of you in the future. I think everyone liked you. So at least they didn't say they didn't. And generally, if they don't,
make sure they send you in some emails.
Oh, believe me, I'll let you know. I'll let you know. Have a great day, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow.